Hi, it's Matt Engadget. We're here at LG's stand at MWC 2013, and what you see here is LG's new Optimus G Pro. Now this is the bigger Korean version. It's a lovely huge 5.5-inch full HD, that's 1080p display. It's also a very nice IPS panel, and like we saw on the Optimus G, it has pretty fantastic viewing angles. If we crank up the brightness as well, you should hopefully see it's very nice. If you just take a close-up, you can probably see it's very difficult to pick up these pixels. It's actually 400 pixels per inch, so that's a very nice statistic in speed. Also on this one, compared to the Japanese G Pro model, you actually have Snapdragon's new Snapdragon 600 processor that's clocked at 1.7 gigahertz, a quad-core beast, and one of the first phones alongside the HTC One to stock it. So again, this is very well prepared for the rest of 2013. Now if we just take a quick tour around, this is Android 4.1, so it'll look very familiar. There's a huge raft of clickable widgets at the top there, and it's very nice to see a brightness widget immediately available just from the drop-down. Now some of the extra functions that LG has put into this new model include Panorama VR, which is LG's attempt to craft their own photosphere effort. So if we just take a shot here, and then just move it up, you can actually overlay photo upon photo. Anyway, it's a lot trickier than we thought, so I'm going to have to give that a bit more work next time. So take a look at the app menu. You can see there's plenty of apps going on here. This is the Korean model, so you'll probably see a few in Hangul that you might not understand. But there's a familiar selection of settings, LG Smart World, Smart Tags, again there's NFC built into this. Other features as well include dual recording, so you'll be able to record from both this front camera and the rear-facing, I think, 13 megapixel camera. So you'll be able to combine that with a 2.1 megapixel camera on the front to record both. So you'll be able to record your reaction and whatever else is going on behind you. Let's take a quick tour of the hardware. You'll see the return of a physical button here. It's kind of semicircular, and to be honest, it looks a little bit like the GS3. And either side of that, you've got two capacitive buttons. They're faintly lit up there. You can see the back and the menu button. Now to visit that multitasking Android 4 component, you just have to hold down that home button, and as you can see, you get all your apps there where you'll be able to dismiss them from. You also got connections immediately to LG's own storage system, U+ box, and a HDTV connection. You also get quick access to Google, and you can just clear out all your apps in one swift click, which is very nice to see. So let's go back to this hardware. Above that lovely 5.5-inch screen, you've got some LG branding, the earpiece, the 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera, and an ambient light sensor. Move on over to the top edge, you've got a headphone socket, notification light, and a secondary mic. Moving on along to the left edge, you've got the power button and not much else. You can access the battery obviously by lifting off the backing. Talking about the backing, on the rear here we have a 13 megapixel sensor, a little bit of branding for the Korean model, the loudspeaker, and a flash on the other left edge. Now this button is quite interesting, so if we press onto that, you'll actually come into a note service. There's no stylus that comes with the phone. You're able to draw, write notes to your leisure, and delete and save. And then right below that, there's just a plastic finish volume rocker. And on the bottom, the main mic and the micro USB charger. Unfortunately, they didn't have one tethered, but you get the gist. Anyway, it's looking like shaping up to be a very good sequel to the Optimus G we saw last year. We can't wait to see when it comes to the US in Q2, and hopefully a release in Europe. Anyway, this has been Matt at Engadget.